Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all safe and well. Now on today's episode of Compilation Kaleidoscope, I think I've got a little saucy gem for you. Hopefully you'll feel the same and I'll briefly go through it with you. Today's compilation is entitled Pyramid Pieces 1, Modal and Eco Jazz from Australia, 1969 to 1979. So there you go. Yeah, I quite like that cover. Yeah, it's fully dramatic. I have no idea what's going on, but yeah, I like it. Now, this particular compilation came out in 2020 and it's on the Roundtable label. And it was compiled by a lovely gentleman called James Pianta. Cool name. Yeah, I really like Pianta. So first of all, I'm going to say well done to you, Mr. Pianta. You certainly opened up my eyes to what's out there, and you've basically blown up some of my assumptions. So to begin with, if you're like me, and I think this is a reasonable position to hold, in the thought that Australia has probably very little to no contribution to make to the world of jazz. This particular compilation has opened my eyes to what's out there, and I have to retract that statement or retract that assumption, because the material to be found on this one, it's up there. I can't deny it. It really is that good. Yeah, I would wholeheartedly say at least have a listen to it. And for those who are interested, try and get your hands on it. I've noticed that the price has crept up a bit on this particular one. So if you do like the sound of it, try and buy it sooner rather than later. Without doubt, there are some choice tracks to be found on this particular compilation. And I certainly think they're worthy of your consideration. Do yourself a favor. I'm not here to preach, but if you are interested in expanding your jazz knowledge, this is a really nice place to start. Nothing too heavy, just really nice compositions played well by really good and talented musicians. So that's a criteria that I'm always going to be in favor of. So on this particular one, my overall feelings were that this is a lovely mix of reimagined classics. There are a couple on here, as well as original compositions, which those particular tracks really did. They just blew me away. I really enjoyed the experience. There's nice sleeve notes on this particular compilation as well, really informative about each band in the context of how the particular track was chosen for this compilation and the history of the bands involved. Yeah, so that was really nice. The packaging itself, as you can see, really nice. Nice thickness to the card as well, and the vinyl itself had a nice weight to it. Sometimes you can find with these compilations they are built to budget, so to speak, so they tend to be on the lighter side. But on this one, I've got no complaints. The vinyl was lovely and flat. It was of the, is of a weight that I could really get behind as well. It's all round. So I got to say, Roundtable, well done to you. I hadn't heard of anything out of your stable before, but I will be looking in the future to see what else you put out there, because if this is your opening salvo, then I'm interested in what you're going to be doing in the future. So yeah, bravo to you, and bravo to Mr. James Pianta for putting this compilation together. Really well done to you. The tracks that I would recommend from this particular compilation are as follows. A la Coltrane by Jazz Co-op. For me, that's probably the standout track on this particular compilation. It just blew me away. I just thought, wow, this is Yeah, I kept listening to it. I'm just blown away by it. Have a listen to it for yourselves and see what you think. If you disagree with my assessment of that particular tune, please let me know in the comments section. The second track I would go for is a classic, a reinterpretation of a classic, and the title of that is "People Make the World Go Round." And in this case, it's done by the Guidion's Peter Guidion's Blues Express. Cool name, and even cooler rendition of, yeah, a lovely track. So yeah, give that a listen as well. And the third one I would go for is entitled Wildflowers by the Brian Brown Quintet. Yeah, that was a saucy little number. Flute, predominantly flute in that particular track, and I'm always partial to a jazz flute, so that came as a really nice surprise. So this is going to be a short video, just highlighting that this particular compilation exists. I certainly feel that you should have a listen to it at least. And as I said, if you are looking for it, you should be able to find it in the wilds. Prices are creeping up just a little bit, so if you do like it, take a punt on it. So yeah, that's the one and only compilation album I'll be doing on this particular episode, as per usual. So I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. If you've enjoyed the episode and you found it relatively informative, please consider liking, subscribing and sharing. Feel free to comment down below. Your comments are always welcome. So until the next episode, please look after yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you for the next episode. So until then, bye bye.